hope you are all having a good day today. So for today in this video, we will be discussing the Limerick, epic, and prose poem. Let us first discuss the Limerick.
Limerick poetry. A limerick is a 5-line poem with a single stanza, an AABBA rhyme scheme, and a brief, snappy story or description as its subject. The majority of limericks are funny, some are obscene, and almost all are frivolous in nature. A limerick is made up of a single stanza with 5 lines, one rhyme on the first, second, and fifth lines, and a second rhyme on the third and fourth lines. Here's an example of a limerick poem. Listen to Mom by John P. Red. I remember when I was small and cool, I was always playing truant from school. My mom used to say, "You'll regret it one day, when you grow up to become a fool." Now I'm old, the damage is done, how I wish I'd listened to Mom. If I could turn back time, I'd study hard and toe the line, instead of acting foolish and dumb. Now let that be a lesson to one and all, that life is more than just having a ball. It was great having fun when I was young, but I wish I'd spend more time in the school hall. If you have noticed, the first, second, and the fifth lines of each stanza are in one rhyme, while the third and fourth lines are also in one rhyme but are different from the others. Here's another example. Me and Chemistry by Faiza. There's this subject called chemistry. How it works is a total mystery. It is an atom, says my madam, but all I see is my misery. Because of their short length and simple structure, most limericks are considered amateur poetry. This does not, however, detract from the reader's enjoyment of the literary device. That would be all for the limerick poetry. The next topic will be discussed by Ephraim J. Nobleza. Thank you.
So now let us proceed to our second topic, which is the epic.
An epic poem is a long narrative poem that is usually about heroic deeds and events that are significant to the culture of the writer. During our junior high school days, we are introduced to some of the epic poetry, which is first, the Beowulf, an epic poetry introduced to us during our grade 8 days. It's a epic poetry from Old English in the tradition of Germanic heroic legend. Next is the Odyssey, an epic poetry made by Homer, which follows the Greek hero Odysseus. And the last one is Iliad, which is a epic poetry from the ancient Greek, which is also made by Homer.
The next topic is prose poem, which is also our last topic for today. Prose is the ordinary language that people use in speaking or writing. Prose poems do not treat the line as a formal unit. They have no repetitive pattern of rhythm or meter. In a prose poem, the writing is continuous and without line breaks. The piece may be of any length and may be divided into paragraphs. The natural rhythm of thought can lead to rhythmical cadences in a prose poem. Internal rhyme and alliteration and repetition can be used. Some such trait of poetry must be present, otherwise it is a prose and not a prose poem. Prose poem usually have compressed thought and intensity. Prose poem lies between free verse and prose. Prose poetry is a hybrid genre. It is a mix of prose, which contains narrative and does not follow any set rhythm, and poetry, which is rhythmic and image-based. So what is prose poetry then? Prose poetry is anything that combines these elements into a single piece of writing. Here are some examples of prose poem. Example number 1, Clock by Lydia Davis. The white walls have curved. The burdened chest breathes confused words. In the mirror, the wind from the south spins carrying leaves and feathers. The window is blocked. Another example, Mirage by Christine Ong Muslin. A dolphin leaps in the air. The man on the barge applauds. Splashes of water everywhere, hitting his balding head, hitting his face. His laughter we can hear over and over. So that's all for our discussion. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We hope you have learned something from our report.